So INS had a great opportunity to work with this customer who is a winery that produces bottles, bags, wine for large grocery chains and retail stores. They operate a large tank farm. They do everything from growing the grapes to crushing the grapes to fermenting the grapes and bottling the wine that you would purchase at any major retail or grocery chain store. Like I said, they operate a large tank farm, and they have these mobile pump carts that they take around to each and every tank to clean the tanks after the wine is transferred to the bottling facility. With these mobile pump carts, they need connectivity into them for a number of different reasons. And historically, the challenge they were facing was unreliable wireless connectivity for those pump carts. So these pump carts move around these large steel tanks. They were using public cellular connectivity, and they were frequently seeing drops into that connection where the pump carts were operating. And when that happens, the operators lose all visibility into those pump carts, which causes delays, manual interventions and workarounds, and really very inefficient cleaning processes. And so as they're getting more grapes, producing more wine, it became a bigger problem for them.
So yeah, Matt, as you mentioned, the customer was previously facing some struggles with connectivity where these pump carts were going to be utilized within the facility. And at this winery, they have very large tanks that are holding all of the liquids. And these can hold several 100,000 gallons, meaning they're quite large. They're anywhere between 40 and 80 feet tall and quite wide as well in diameter. And these tank farms have these tanks quite close together. So you're talking about maybe 5 to 6 feet in between the tanks where these pump carts are being placed.
Is obviously they were trying to use the public cellular network, right? And there's actually a carrier specific tower that they were utilizing in line of sight to where they're operating. So they could see that public cellular tower, and it was not far. It was not like it was on the horizon. It was in what I would consider a very healthy vicinity to their operation. But again, I mean, these tanks, they're giant metal structures, and these pump carts where they're needing that connection is going in, they're in rows. They're going in and out of every single row. So there is extreme obstruction to any type of RF signal, and their connection was dropping dramatically, especially as they were expanding their production. Essentially, what we ended up doing was deploying a private cellular network specifically designed for their tank farm, and how and where those pump carts moved around. So this was not the technology creating the solution. This was a real life operation where technology helped them expand their connectivity footprint. Private cellular, it made most sense because it is much more reliable, especially in industrial environments like this with large metal tanks, compared to public cellular or a more traditional Wi-Fi network.
And one of the benefits of using Ericsson private 5G is our ability to penetrate in between all of these tanks and maintain really good coverage within the tank farm, allowing that connectivity issue to be remedied. Additionally, the coverage of private 5G is quite large. So compared to something like Wi-Fi, you're going to have a much larger footprint per access point. And to expand on that, with public cellular connectivity, you have like a best effort product, right? Any public cellular carrier is going to do their best to provide you with bandwidth, provide you with connectivity, but there's no guarantee. You're sharing this network with everyone around you, which brings up a couple of things we can get into here in a moment. When they moved to Ericsson private cellular, they're now in control and have ownership of the radios that are broadcasting the frequency. And no one can be utilizing that spectrum but them, right? They're in control of which devices are connecting to it. So not only did they get better connectivity and coverage within this tank farm, they all of a sudden had a lot more control over who's connecting to it, right? How much bandwidth is being used by each device, right? They now have security associated with only devices that have a SIM card or have authorization to get on the network can do so. And so this solution really provided them with a number of benefits outside of just better connectivity, reducing their downtime in cleaning processes, right? So the productivity shot up, but they also really were able to now unlock a lot more control within their facility on how they want to handle those communications.
I'll just add, Corey and the INS team, they handled everything from the design to the deployment and to tuning of this private cellular network for their specific use case. So site surveys, network audits were done at the forefront of this opportunity. Then the design stages took place, and then on-site deployment and testing and fine-tuning of the network. I think really does a good job of showcasing what INS does well. We understand these industrial OT harsh environments, and we design solutions around real-world operational challenges.